babes, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, that's gonna be new makeup releases going on the wishlist or not. This is this week's edition. What am I saying here? This is I don't know what episode in the number of episodes this is, but I'm thinking we're over 60 now, or is this number 60? I'm not really sure. I didn't have an episode last week because I was actually in Rome and I just didn't get like the planning properly sorted. So we've had a week's break. I'm actually even having my Rome mug. Having a bit of coffee. It's in the middle of the night. No, it's not. It's like 17:30. That's not how you say it in US though. It's 5:30 p.m. Is that how you say it? I never get this PM AM thing. We just have 0 to 24 hours and that's just how we do it. Anyways, this is the series where I discuss new makeup releases, what has been announced and what has been released the last couple of days. Normally it's 1 week. This time it's gonna be 2 weeks since I was gone last week, and I give you my thoughts about them. Like, I will give you the news, but I will also give you my thoughts about them. Obviously they are based on my taste in makeup and my opinions regarding makeup. If you are of a different opinion, that's totally fine, and I would love to hear your opinion. Even though it might differ from mine, that's totally fine. Let me know down in the comments. More often than not, you give me very good insight of things that I didn't think about, and I like that. I'm having some coffee so that I can stay awake. We were actually doing some like IKEA furniture after this because I was at IKEA today, so that's gonna be fun. I also did film this look. I filmed it just before this. This is my first look with the Exotic Peacock by Pink Rose Cosmetics. I did film this look, and tomorrow I'm gonna film the Makeup Geek Get Ready With Me. Those are the two options that you voted for on my community tab that got the most votes. So I'm filming those this weekend. I'm also gonna film my Colourpop singles swatches so I can have those up next week. I don't think this Pinky Rose and the Makeup Geek Get Ready With Me is gonna be next week though. I think it's gonna be the week after this because I do have some pre-filmed things. I think I'm not gonna be able to like discuss. Am I in frame? I have actually a monitor now, even though it's in the wrong place. I'm gonna have it here later, but right now I have it here. I'm in focus. What is this? What is this? That's not supposed to be there. I'll have to sort that out later. Anyways, this is not going to be me discussing absolutely everything that's happened the last 2 weeks. I try to not discuss things that are just not that interesting, and also I try to not discuss things from brands that are not available to me. I live in Sweden, so if there's a brand that's actually not available to me at all, like some drugstore brands for example, I try to not discuss those because there are so many other people discussing those, and I don't want to talk about things that I just can't even get my hands on. Unless it's something that's super hyped, then I might mention it anyways. Let's start with the thing that I have been tagged in the most, which is... Wait. Is this okay? Yeah, I think so. Which is obviously the new Blueprint Blueprint Stack by Melt Cosmetics. I've been tagging this I'd say 100 times. Actually, 100 times is not even exaggerating. And this is the new stack. I think this was released today when I'm filming this. Probably yesterday, Friday. So this is already released. I will try and put the liquid lipstick colors that they're releasing as well, because they're releasing a stack and they're releasing 3 liquid lipstick colors. I have not heard anything about the liquid lipstick formula from Melt. Has anyone tried it? Is it any good? Because I think that cool tone brown is actually really pretty, and I think that actually brings something new to the table. It looks like 0.0 by Colourpop, but just lighter. I might be wrong, but I actually think that color is really intriguing. The stack, it was called Blueprint and it has the blue packaging, and I was like, yes, this is it. This is finally it. But it feels like I don't know, it feels like they were like, oh, we can't make an all blue stack, people are gonna freak out, so they just, I don't know. It feels like they just chickened out and it just went half and half. This is a half colorful, half neutral palette, and I did say that I think that was going to be a trend, and this is not the first palette like that Melt has released. I would say out of the last 4 palettes that they released, 3 of them has been a half neutral, half colorful palette, and I'm not saying that I dislike it. I just personally do not want those bronzy, brown, orangey shades. I don't think they look like boring. I don't think that they look ugly. I don't think that people won't use them. It's just I won't use them. So that's why I love that they're doing split pans. Like, I said I wanted that last year. I don't even mind if I had to wait to 2019 to get some split pans. Loving me some split pans. I actually love the stacks. I love the formula of the stacks. I love that there's mattes and shimmers. Personally, I would have loved more mattes, of course, because that's just me being very in love with like colorful mattes. But I like this, but I only like the 2 blue ones, like the 2 that are like split pans with the blue ones. And before, I don't know if Melt does this anymore, but they have sold the shadows individually before, so that you can add just a couple of shades that you actually want to add to your stack, because I have a really tall stack from Melt, because I do think I have 4 stacks. Do I have 4 stacks? I think I have 4 stacks. I have the Love Stick, I have the Neon stack, whatever it's called, the Radioactive, I have the Baby Girl stack, and I have the She's in Party stack. Yeah, I have 4 stacks, and I wouldn't mind adding this stack to my collection. This isn't limited edition. I've heard some people say it's limited edition. It is not limited edition. This is part of their permanent range, but the blue packaging is like limited edition. So once they run out of the blue packaging, they're still going to produce this stack. It's just going to be in the regular black packaging, which I think that is actually cool. I wouldn't mind more brands doing it like that, because we are pretty sick of the limited edition. Although some people feel like it's really nice to get something that other people don't. I actually think that, you know, making a product permanent but just releasing the first batch with a limited edition packaging, I like that. I don't hate that idea. I wouldn't mind seeing other companies doing something like that as well, to just like give an extra perk to people who buy it right away. But if you feel like you want to wait and you're not a collector, it's still going to be available, just not with the super special packaging. I don't mind that. I don't think that's a bad idea. I'm not going to pick this up now. I am a little low buy, and I feel like I need to see more people use the stack and to swatch it, and I just really want those blue shades. But that's just my personal taste. Like, I don't think that blue and brown look really good together. Blue and orange look really good together. I don't think it's a bad idea. It's just a personal preference that I don't want all of the shades. I just want the blue ones. It's also very pricey, and yeah, maybe this will come to Beauty Bay. Since Melt is now available at Beauty Bay, maybe they'll come to Beauty Bay. Maybe I'll pick it up then. I actually don't know. The second thing that I've been the most tagged in will definitely be the new, what was it called? The new palette by Colourpop. Let me see if I can get the name up. I think it's called like, It's My Pleasure. Is it called that? It's My Pleasure. Okay, it is basically a purple palette. I think that this is very beautiful. I think this is very beautiful. Old Angie, like 3 months ago, would have bought this on release, not even blinked, just add to cart, buy, that's it. New Angie, low buy Angie is like, I love it, but I own it, and that's the honest truth. I own this. I have the Lila palette, and I think that this is basically a response to the purple trend that has been. A lot of people want to see more of these palettes that are like monochromatic from Colourpop, and I think it's really smart of them to release more. I still haven't tried the pink one because it's in my pile of shame, like things I haven't tried but I really should try. The pile where I dug this one up out of, and I really want this. I really want this, and if this one sticks around, I could see myself picking this one up later on in the year. The only reason why I didn't pick it up at release is, it's not the only reason, there are 2 reasons. One reason being, I already do own this. I know that this would make a good video. I know that I probably would love the palette, and I know that probably a lot of you would want me to see me do something with this palette. But then we come to the second reason why I don't get it. It's because I have so many other things right now, and I don't need to add more things to my collection right now. I have so many things that I am so excited about trying, so I just don't want to add this one. But this is definitely going on my wish list, like things that I could see myself picking up later once things cool down a bit, and if I still want it, I could pick it up. And it's basically the same way I feel about the new, also they released like a new lipstick formula, like a blur lipstick. Let me see what it was actually called. I don't know if it's called a blur lipstick. I might be making that one up, and maybe that's just like what I think it's called. Where did I put it? Here. Luxe Lipstick Finish Luxe Velvet Blur. Oh, it's called Blurred. look at me. This has already been launched. This is supposedly a dupe for the MAC Velvet Kiss. Is it called Velvet Kiss? I think so. No, Powder Kiss. It's called Powder Kiss. That's the name. I actually have one of the Powder Kisses by MAC, and I love it. I put it in my favorite lipstick formulas of 2018. I have a video all about my favorite lipstick formulas that was released in 2018. If you haven't seen that video, it's already up on my channel. And I did mention the Powder Kiss by MAC, which leaves me very intrigued to try this formula. But I also feel like this is not limited edition, and they might release even more shades. So this is also going on my wish list. It's already released, and it's the same price as the other lipsticks. I think that's $7, right? So I feel like this is something that I want to try from Colourpop, but I'm not going to try it right now. But I most definitely can see myself picking one of these shades up together with that purple palette once things cool down with the shame pile of things I want to edit. So I actually like both of these releases by Colourpop. I think they're really nice. I'm so sorry, editing Angie. I'm so sorry. I also want to put in this picture from Colourpop. This was from Jordan. Is it called Jordan? I think she's called Jordan. It's from her Snapchat or Instagram stories where she was showing a black and white photo of some upcoming palettes from Colourpop. And a lot of people are speculating that this is also going to be more like monochromatic palettes like the pink one and the purple one. I would love that. I really hope that that is what it is. What colors do you think they're doing? What do you think? I think they're gonna do orange because they did do a poll a while ago asking if we wanted to see purple or orange, and obviously I don't know if purple won, but anyways they decided to do purple. And since they did have orange as an option, I think it's safe to say that they're gonna release orange. I'm thinking I wouldn't be surprised if the fourth one was green, and if it is, I think a lot of people will be really happy about that, because I think people would be happy about that. I would be really happy to see a yellow one. I know others would as well, but my guess is that what's coming up is orange and green. That's my guess, and I'm guessing orange is going to be first. Maybe it's even going to be like orangey coral, you know, being that the living coral is the Pantone color of the year. I would not be surprised if that is the next one we see. Let's see what other things we have to talk about. I've already been talking for 13 minutes and we've talked about like three things. Oh, I want to talk about this one. The new collection by OFRA and Francesca, what is she called? Francesca Francesca Tolot. Francesca Tolot? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. From what I gather, she is a like a makeup artist, like a famous makeup artist, maybe even a celebrity makeup artist. I think that's it. And she's doing a collab together with OFRA. There's one face palette with 2 highlighters and 2 bronzers, and then there's an eyeshadow palette that seems to have a very shimmery, like the highlighter formula in the middle. And then there's like 3 liquid lipsticks, I think. I think all of this looks very pretty. I think this could be a good palette if you are wanting to get into color, but maybe you're not all about like this, the Peacock palette. Maybe this scares the living bejesus out of you and you just want something that's a bit like toned down, like take it down a couple of notches. I think this one could be good for you. I'm personally not going to pick this up because again I am swamped with things that I want to try and review. That face palette though is very intriguing because I think that those 2 highlighters looks like they could be perfect like glowy blush highlighter hybrids, which is a kind of formula that I adore and love, and I can totally see myself picking that face palette up actually. I'm not against that. I actually think that that seems like something I could pick up. I also really love the liquid lipstick formula by OFRA, but the last thing I need right now is more liquid lipsticks, so I'm definitely not gonna pick up any more liquid lipsticks at this point. Speaking of like hybrid highlighters, glowy blushes, we got a sneak peek of what I'm guessing is the spring collection by MAC. Let me see what this is called. I saw this a while ago and for some reason I didn't talk about it because I'm an idiot, I'm guessing. That's probably the reason. Let me see what this is called. It has like little cherry flowers, and I'll put some other pictures down here because we had some sneak peeks of some lipsticks that's coming as well. Both the packaging and the tubes seem to have that beautiful like cherry blossom thing. I'm guessing spring 2019. Yeah, this is a highlighting powder in Fleur real. This looks divine. This is, like I said, I'm on a low buy. I'm allowing myself to buy 3 items a month. If this one comes to Sweden, this is one of them. I am getting this one. This looks so up my alley. I've been so looking for a glowy, very glowy pink blush lately, because I have a lot of glowy blushes that I love, but not a pink one, and I've been doing some more cool tone looks and some more pinky and purpley like toned looks, and I've been wanting to have a glowy pink blush with it, and I've been trying to mix things to get the thing that I want, and I'm really intrigued to pick this one up because I feel like this one could be exactly what I'm looking for. So this one is definitely on my wish list. I think that this looks beautiful. I think the packaging is beautiful. I'm really excited to see what else is in this collection, and once I know more, I'll show you more things, because usually MAC collections are more than 2 items. So I definitely think there's going to be more in this collection than the highlighting powder, or the, what is it called? Not highlighting powder. Highlighting powder. I'm stupid. And the lipsticks. I'm definitely guessing there's gonna be more things, but this is so stunning. I cannot, I'm looking at pictures right now. I can't wait to own this. I so hope that this reaches Sweden, because I'm definitely picking that one up. What else did I have from like more mainstream brands before I get into more indie brands? Can we talk about this really quick? Of course we can. I decide, right? Lady Gaga had announced a while ago that she was releasing a beauty line. Why do I have something in my eye? I'm gonna need a break. And it is called Haus Beauty by Lady Gaga. We've gotten some sneak peek pictures of like red lips, glossy lids, and just really intriguing things. I have no idea what's going to be in this line, but I have to say I am a huge fan of Lady Gaga. I am a huge fan of her music and of her as a person, and the very thoughtful and inspiring things that she has said, and I'm really intrigued. She is always breaking boundaries in good ways and bad ways when it comes to fashion and beauty, and sometimes it's like, wow, this is so cool, and sometimes you're like, girl, what did you put on? And that is exactly the line that I want beauty to be like, you know, trying to stay on, being somewhere between, oh, that's so innovative, to, oh god, what are you wearing? I am so intrigued by that, and I really think that she could bring something new and innovative to the beauty scene. So I'm so excited to see what comes out of this, and I'm so excited to finally see some sneak peeks, because that makes me feel like we might get closer to actually see a launch, and I'm just praying and hoping that this is going to be an excellent launch, but something tells me that it is, because I'm such a Lady Gaga fan. I really think that she's so cool. Let me see what else we have to talk about. Oh, I want to talk about something that I'm not going to say that I was surprised. Lately, the things that has been released by Urban Decay has not been my style, and that is basically, I think it's mostly that Urban Decay used to be so my style. They were grungy, they were colorful, they were like, I don't care, that I don't care attitude that I like to adapt when it comes to beauty. And then all of a sudden they became a bit more mainstream, you know, very neutral, very not like boring necessarily, but from my perspective boring, but more safe maybe. And I totally get it. I mean, you want to sell products. I mean, I get it. It's business. At the end of the day, it's business, and you want to sell products. I get it. And I realize like my taste in makeup isn't the norm. So who am I to tell anyone what they should do? I'm just speaking from, you know, what I like in makeup. And I feel like the things that they have released lately has not been my taste. Although not everything has to be my taste. It would be absolutely horrible if everything was my taste. It would not be good for my low buy. But they're releasing some brow products, and they are releasing something that I'm actually very intrigued in trying. Let me fish up the brow product that I'm using right now so I can show you what I mean. This is the brow product that I'm using right now, and I put this in my favorites of 2018 because I think that this is brilliant. Not only has this lasted me a really long time, it's also excellent quality. This is the MAC with dog hair. The MAC Shape and Shade Brow Tint. I have mine in Spiked. It is basically a felt tip liner that I draw in the straws in the beginning of my brows. This is so good, so good. And then it is in the other end, it's a brow powder. I never used this, and I would have loved if this was like a pen and then a felt tip liner. And this is exactly what Urban Decay is coming out with. They're coming out with a brow series, and this is one of the things I was like, oh, I didn't realize that they didn't have any brow products, but apparently they don't. And they're coming out with a product that's a brow pen at one side, and then there's a felt tip liner on the other side, and that is perfect for me because I can fill in my brows and then I can just finish up by painting in some straws to make it look, I'm using the word realistic very loosely here, but to make it look a bit realistic. And I'm so intrigued by this product. When I run out of this one, I am definitely picking up this one by Urban Decay. I'm so excited to be picking this up. I'm so excited that Urban Decay is releasing something that I want to buy, because at the end of the day, Urban Decay is a brand that I do support, and I just have always really loved the products that I've tried from them, and it's making me a bit sad that the latest releases from them has not been up my alley. And I'm so excited that I'm gonna pick this one up. Urban Decay is also really good at releasing stuff, at least in my country, Sweden, almost at the same time as they release them in like US. It normally only takes like a week, a couple of weeks until it gets here, and I'm so excited about that. I know there's some other things in this series as well, but I just couldn't find a picture of what other things that they are releasing. Maybe I didn't save it. Honestly, I don't know. I can't find it. But I'm pretty sure there's other products in this brow series as well. It was just this product with the felt tip liner and the brow pen that really intrigued me, because that is something that I really want to try, and I'm so excited to be able to try it. Something else that was just announced a couple of days ago, and this is the Viseart Liason Palette. It's coming this February to Beautylish. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is also though a bit that cool tone purple, almost like Natasha Denona Lila palette vibe, and Viseart is one of the brands that I so want to try, and I actually think that this palette looks really pretty. It is that colorful and neutral mix that I'm actually been really into lately, and it also is those dark, more muted colors, and I've been so into like this kind of mix. I think this looks very pretty. I could totally see myself picking this one up actually. This is also going on the wish list of things that I could pick up if I still want them in a couple of months. Because right now I don't want or need more eyeshadows. I need to get through and try and play with the ones that I actually have before I add something else to my collection. But I actually think that that one looks really pretty. I think this palette is the Viseart palette that they have released that I've been the most like, because I actually think that that one looks really pretty. I have no idea about the price. How much is this going to be? I don't know how much that is going to be, but I will put the price of the other 9-pan palettes that they've had before, and I'm guessing that this is going to be in the same ballpark. Okay, let's talk a bit about some Wet n Wild things. The first one here is something that I don't sometimes things are released, I'm like, this isn't really my style, I don't want this. And sometimes, like with this collection, things are released and I'm like, whose style is this really? They're trying to pass it off as an athleisure, is it called that? Meets beauty. Is that a meeting that needed to happen? We are pretty without makeup. We don't need makeup when we're doing our workout. I'm totally fine with the whole making things travel friendly so that you can pick it with you and put it on after your workout, but you don't need a special collection for that. And that eyeshadow palette, that eyeshadow palette with the stripes and the stars, I swear that looks like something you would get together with a Barbie. I don't think that this is meant for grown-ups. I think that this is, and that is the thing also, by looking at this, it looks like something that could be for teens, and I have nothing against makeup being for teens if that's what we want to like. I wanted totally different makeup when I was in my teens. If I saw an eyeshadow palette like that when I was 14, I'd be like, ooh, hello. But it's athleisure meets beauty. Couldn't it have been? I'm a bit confused by how they are selling this collection versus how it's actually looking versus what is the actual function. There's glitter masks. We do not need more of those. I'm totally getting those sticks. Wait, let me... Toner stick, blemish stick, cooling moisture stick, mattifying stick, primer stick, blush stick. I'm all for that. People love sticks. That's what she said. And I have nothing against that. But some of these are just a bit gimmicky and I don't really know who wanted it, and that eyeshadow palette could have been a really fun like collection more towards like teens and people getting into makeup and wanting things to look more like cute, and I'm using the word childish here, but that's only because English is not my first language and I could not find a better word than childish, but nothing against it, but putting that palette within this collection confuses me beyond. I don't get it. They're also releasing some jelly things and I'm feeling really happy about that, because I told you that I thought that one of the trends that we were going to see more of in 2019 was more jelly things, and I feel like things have been popping up here and there. Wet n Wild is releasing jelly shadows and also jelly highlighters. I really like the jelly shadows that I've tried from Colourpop, and if these are anywhere similar to that, those could be really nice. That blue looks really pretty, the peach looks absolutely beautiful, the purple as well, and then there's like a gold and a bronze. You know, the more public, like, what is it called? Crowd pleasing shades. Is that how you say it? That's how you would say it in Swedish anyways. But I think that that is a cute launch. I also think that it's a good way to get something interesting, innovative as jelly. It actually is interesting and innovative when it comes to like textures and stuff, and to get that to drugstores in such affordable pricing so that more people can try out something new and fun and just play with makeup and just have a new experience with makeup, because it's not often that you see something really new texture wise come to the market, and I'm happy that you can get those at a lower cost as well, so that more people can experience how fun it can be, you know, playing with different kinds of makeup. And I actually applaud that. I think that's really fun. I also want to show you this one. Oh, I want to buy all of these. This is, I think it's Chaka Beauty, I think it's called that in Sweden. Kaja, K-A-J-J-A. It's actually the name of a bird, almost like a crow, but not a crow. Wow, something like my mom, just like that, but just the opposite. Just a really big black bird. It's called Kaja in Swedish, but I think it's called Chaka Beauty. I don't know, but it's not available here in Sweden. But I just wanted to let you know that this looks beautiful, and if I was able to get a hold of this brand, I would want all of them. They look so pretty. I'm all about glossy bullet lipsticks. I want every brand to release them so that I can buy everyone. I think these are beautiful. Those more browny orangey, oh, these are so pretty. I want all of them. I want all of them. So pretty. 20 Canadian each, which I don't think is really that expensive. 20 Canadian, remember? Canada. The dollars in Canada is not as expensive as the dollars in US. Last time I said Canada was on sale and somebody got really like upset in the comments. I'm not saying Canada is a bad country. I'm just saying that economic wise, Canada is on sale. I love Canada. Hey, my boyfriend is like fiance is thinking about moving to Canada. Like, everybody calm down. Was there anything more mainstream that I wanted to talk about before I get into the other parts of this? There's so many things being released and I can't talk about everything, but I try to. Oh, I want to mention this quickly. This is the Hourglass Vanish foundation. Is now as a liquid foundation. Is this already available? Oh my god, yes. That is so trend mood. Does it say buy money as well? Wait, does it say buy money? No, I didn't. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Will be available January 25th. I don't really know what that means for us Europeans. Maybe... What is it? Is it Cult Beauty that has Hourglass, right? So yeah, it probably is gonna come here pretty soon as well. But basically the very, very much hyped up foundation Vanish, which is a stick foundation, is now as a liquid foundation as well. And I actually feel like this is something that I could see myself trying. I'm weightless full coverage. I don't know about that. Second skin adherence. That looks nice though. This is the natural finish. That's what I love in a foundation. I don't want super matte. I don't want super dewy. I can't stand super dewy. I'm so sorry, I can't stand it. I want a natural finish. I prefer a matte foundation over a super dewy foundation. That's just how I am. I'd prefer to add my dew afterwards. I just can't stand things that are sticky. Is that also what she said? Oh my god, I'm gonna get demonetized. But yeah, I'm a bit intrigued by this. I have no idea what the cost is gonna be. If I find it, I'll put it down below, but not hating it. I actually think that it's somewhat interesting. Okay, let's just mention a couple of more like mainstream things before we get into the indie things, because I don't want to talk about this too long. I quickly want to mention this one. This is a blush palette by Gway. I think that this is coming soon. She showed this in like a live stream on her Instagram. When is this coming? 6 blushes, and it's 2 new shades and 4 that's already available. So before you pick this palette up, make sure that you don't already own any of these shades. I would have personally rather preferred if she just released the 2 new shades as a duo, because that is a lot of product. You're never gonna get through that. You're never, ever gonna get through that unless you're a makeup artist and you're looking for a new blush palette and you don't have any of the ones from before. Maybe then, but yeah, I don't think so. I also quickly want to mention that Pixie is coming up with a lot of new skincare. I've actually checked out what things they are releasing. They're coming up with a new vitamin C line, and that is really intriguing. Although I think that you're gonna have to do a bit of research so that it is first a stable vitamin C, because some of it comes in a packaging where oxygen can come in, and oxygen will break down vitamin C. Also, some of the packaging is see-through, and sunlight will also break down vitamin C. And also you need to check out how much of the vitamin C is actually in this product if it actually can make a change for you. But if it is a stable vitamin C, because there are stable vitamin Cs that don't break down as easily, and if the concentration is pretty okay, I think that this could be amazing. I have loved every skincare product that I've gotten from Pixie. Everything that I've gotten from Pixie I've really liked. So I'm actually really intrigued that they are releasing some more skincare things. They also released some more skincare things in the Glow series, and I think that this is a good way for them to go, because Pixie is especially loved for their skincare, and to release even more things, I think it's really smart. I think I had something else that I wanted to mention before we segue into some indie. Oh yeah, I want to quickly mention this one. This is the Remix Natural eyeshadow palette by Tarte. Remix Natural. I don't really know. I think listen, if you have a lot of neutral eyeshadow palettes at home and you feel like you want to dip your toes in color but you don't really know where to begin, I would say that colorful shimmery shades, it's definitely the way to go. On your lid, in your inner corner, on your lower lash line. Colorful mattes are my thing. I love that, but it is a bit intimidating because you have to commit a bit more because all of a sudden everything's colorful. I think that this is an all shimmer palette, and I think this is a perfect companion palette if you have neutral eyeshadow palettes at home and you just want to try color a bit but you don't want to commit totally. I actually think that this is pretty. It's not for me. I have these already, but I don't hate it. $24. I don't think it's not super affordable, but it's also not extremely horrible. Don't hate it, not gonna buy it, but yeah, Tarte is actually coming to, I've said this before, they're coming to Sweden in April. So I'm guessing that they're also coming to other European countries around April as well, because they are coming to a bunch of different countries here in Europe, and the date for Sweden has been set to April, just so you know. So April is the time where you're gonna see Tarte in Sweden. Let's talk about some indie things, because I can't be here, oh boy, I can't be here all day. Even my legs are like, lady, you're old. Stretch your legs. Let's talk about the thing that I have been the absolute most tagged in. I've been tagged more in this one than I actually was in the melt thing. When you even get tagged on Twitter, that's when you know it's serious. And it is that the prototype for the new Certify Affinity 2 palette has been shown. She showed a mock-up picture that she made in Photoshop. Half of the people were super excited, half of the people were like, isn't this Photoshop? Yes, it is. But the prototype has been released now, and she even showed some swatches. I'll try and put both of the pictures up, and I even reposted this on Twitter saying like, this is not repost on Twitter, like, is it retweet? I feel very ancient. I retweeted this saying, I know I'm swamped with eyeshadow palettes, I don't care, I need this, I want this, like yesterday. So I am definitely picking this one up. I think it's beautiful. It is a blue-green palette with lots of mattes and a couple of duochromes, and this is a mix of shimmers and mattes, and I love that. That is my preferred thing, and I feel like it's nice. There is some like really bright colors and there's some more muted murky ones, and I'm all about that life, so I am definitely picking this one up. She hasn't announced a release date yet, but I'm guessing this is going to be the same price as the Affinity one, which from what I've been told is $41, and there are affiliate codes out there so that you can use and get the price down a bit. But yeah, I'm super intrigued. I'm definitely picking that one up. That is the only thing here that I am absolutely certain that I'm going to pick up as soon as I see it. And the MAC powder, that glowy blush thing, definitely that one as well. Do you hear the beep in the background? That is the washing machine that's ready. I'm doing some laundry, you know, gotta get some things done. Let's also talk about this one. This is the Sweet Nothings palette from Terra Moonstone Cosmetics. I don't know if I've talked about them before here, but they are an indie brand and they are releasing it's like a bright and pastel eyeshadow palette for, I think it's like Valentine's Day, right? February 8th. Shipping no later than February 8th. When are they really releasing it then? I'm guessing they're releasing it a bit early. If I find out, I will put it down below. This is basically, it seems to be a highlighter, a blush, and then 9 eyeshadows. And the color scheme of this is very interesting. I've not seen a color scheme like this before. It's basically some mattes and some shimmers. And like I said, it seems to be a blush and highlighter. And there's also a pressed glitter. And it seems to be pinks and purples and a mauve. And then there's like mint greens. I like this color scheme. I think it's really pretty. It's not something that I'm gonna pick up mainly because I have never tried a brand, and I'm trying right now to not try too many new brands because I'm on a low buy and I don't want to swamp myself with things that I need to try out for a longer amount of time, because I just don't want to stress myself. But I actually think that this looks really pretty. I think it looks really pretty. Something else that I saw today is that Mila Cosmetics is also coming out with a Valentine's Day palette, collaboration between Mila's Cosmetics and Jasmine Murillo. Oh, she seems to be a YouTuber, and it is basically it's like a very bright warm palette. It has a bright pink, a bright like orange, and then is some purple and berries and a gold and a brown. I think that this is fun. This is it's like if you take a pinky purple warm palette and just crank it up a notch. I think that this looks actually really beautiful and I don't hate it. Same here, I'm not gonna pick it up because I can't add more eyeshadows right now, but I don't hate this. I could see myself creating some really pretty looks with that one. Just can't add more things to my collection. But when is that being released? It doesn't say, but if I get some more info, I'll show it down below. I just want to show you some new and interesting things that are being released because I thought that indie brands had a lot of really fun ideas coming up. I also thought that this was really pretty. This is from Gothic Garden Cosmetics. It is a beautiful quad with like 2 yellows, a brown, and a white. I love quads. And I thought that this was fun because it was neutral but still yellow, and I think this is very beautiful. I have not been talking about these either before. Gothic Garden Cosmetics. I have no idea. Let me see if I can find out some more info about this. They're a very small indie brand and they have an Etsy shop. So yeah, if you shop from them, you're definitely supporting a smaller company. But I actually thought that that quad looked really beautiful. It's like, same here, if you have a lot of neutral things and you want to add just a bit of color, adding 2 matte yellows to your collection with this little quad, I think you could create some really fun looks actually with just these 4 colors. I think I like that. I like that quad. And I also want to talk about this one. This is a sneak peek from Makeup Maniac Cosmetics. This is the Green Goddess. This is some screenshots from Indie Makeup Spotlight. I do have some links to the pages that I like to follow down below. And it seems to be a green eyeshadow palette. It seems to have some pressed glitters and some matte greens and some shimmers and then some browns. I think this is probably going to be really pretty. I feel like I do have a bunch of greens now that I really love. So personally, when I add the Affinity 2 palette by Certify, I don't think I'm in the market really to get another green palette right now. And I also personally am not the biggest fan of pressed glitters in palettes. I like pressed glitters, I just don't want them in my palette. Because eventually they're gonna dry out and they're gonna start flaking into other shadows, and that's just, I'm just not a big fan of that. But I know others really love it. I've heard a lot of people say that they love having pressed glitters in eyeshadow palettes, so I know that I'm not, like, what I think is not for everyone. That's true for everything though. But this is being released in March, and this is just a sneak peek. I'll show you some more pictures once I have it later on, but I thought since everybody was screaming for green palettes, I'd show you that one as well because it seems very promising. Seems very promising. I also want to show you this one. This is a sneak peek, and this is a sneak peek by Luxe. I love Luxe. It's one of my favorite brands, not only indie but all together. And she's releasing liquid lipsticks, and she's showing this sneak peek, and I'm so excited for her. I'm so excited for her to branch out and just release another kind of product that she hasn't released before. And she's always very particular in what she's releasing, so I'm so excited for her. I have no idea when these are coming out. They are coming out with 10 different colors though. And yeah, I cannot wait to show you more about these. I am so excited for Luxe, and yeah, I just wanted to let you know. Something else that I'm also really excited about is that Haus Beauty has dropped a new eyeshadow formula. I want to see if I can get some more. This is a hybrid. Wait, it's called the Hybrid Shadow Collection. It is, I think you can get it in a palette like this. You could probably get it as singles as well. And I think I have a code for 10% off at Haus Beauty. If I'm not, is it 10%? I think it's 10%. I'll put it down below so you can see if you're interested. These look so interesting. Look at how pretty these shadows are. And I think with the hybrid, she means that it's like a mix. I honestly don't really know what we're looking at, but don't tell me that this is not the prettiest thing you've seen in a really long time. I'm so intrigued. This is also something that I could totally see myself picking up just because this is so different. And the swatches look beautiful. The quality of Haus Beauty is amazing. I am so sure that this is great as well. I've not been disappointed by anything I've tried from her, and I think that that one looks intriguing. Don't you think that that one looks intriguing? I also want to show you this one. I'm gonna hate myself for putting in a video here, but look at that swatch. This one is already up for pre-order. This is from Sarasar. Is that correct? Sarasar Cosmetics. Look at that pigment. It's like a metallic lime blue with holographic shimmer. I want that in my life. That is so pretty. Like, bury me in something like that. Honestly, if that is not one of the most satisfying videos you've ever seen in your life, I have no idea what's up. Oh, I could stare at that all day. I will put some info about that down below as well, but I was so intrigued when I saw that. I was like, girl, what is that? I want it so bad. But I can't order from someone just getting one, like, pigment. Maybe I should check out what more they have. Because that one looks really pretty. I could make the most amazing blue smoky eye with that one. So pretty. Let me see if there's anything else I want to talk about before we end on a thing that I've been tagged in a lot that's really gimmicky. Okay, before we talk about that last thing, let's just have a sneak peek at two like upcoming palettes from Blush Tribe. I didn't mention this. One of them, like, let me see, one of them is like a pastel palette. She's calling it a pastel palette, although I'm not, that is personally not what I see pastels, but she said that on a darker skin tone most of these will show up as a pastel, and she is more of like a dark medium, so I kind of get it, because who am I to say how things look on a darker skin tone? I don't really know. When I was a freelancing makeup artist, I only did makeup on a darker skin tone twice, And that is basically because people don't book models in Sweden of a darker skin tone, at least not when I was doing makeup, and that is a shame. So I don't know, but I'm very intrigued to see people of a darker skin tone try this palette out and see how it looks on them. That is the one that's on top. I don't know when it's coming. She's just giving some sneak peeks of like prototypes and things that are in the works. I am not as intrigued by that palette as I am by the neon palette on the bottom. If you see, you can see that there is a pan missing on that one. She said that that is supposed to be a neon purple, but they're still formulating that one, and I think that that palette looks very intriguing. And I think the main reason why I think it looks really intriguing is that so far the neon powder makeup that I've tried have been a bit of hit or miss, and I'm really intrigued to see what kind of formula Blush Tribe will give us, how it will perform. So that neon palette I will definitely be trying out on my channel and getting, because I'm super excited to see how that one works out. If Blush Tribe nails the neon, pressed neon things, I think that that could be huge hit, and I'm super excited to see how that palette will end up and to see some swatches further on. So I'm really excited to see that palette. I think that that is the palette out of the two that I'm the most excited about. I think the other palette you would be able to do some really fun looks as well, but to my collection that isn't as unique as the neon palette is. Let me talk about one last thing before we're done. I've been here for like literally 2 years. That is a lie. Okay, don't clock me in the comments. I know that's a lie. And I had a lot of tags in this one as well. And it's, where did I put it? How did I lose it? How do you lose something? Ooh, here, kitty, 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 kitty. I literally lost it. Where is it? Wait. Okay, here it is. This is also a Chaka Beauty. I should probably have talked about this before when we talked about Chaka Beauty. But this is Roll Your Glow. Smooth balm formula. Really wants that. Infused with pink ruby powder, whatever that means. Let's be honest. Melts into skin, delivering a duochrome highlight that flatters all skin tones. That is also really like, maybe should you say that? I don't know. It's like the, you know, the one size fits all, which basically means one size will fit absolutely no one perfectly. This is a unique roller applicator. Unique for makeup, yes. Unique all over, not really. But I'm like, was this needed? I am all for innovative, like new ideas, making makeup fun again. Making makeup fun again. No, but really just making things fun and interesting and adding new fun ways to do your makeup, because I am all about the applying makeup, not so much about the wearing and being pretty makeup. That's a bonus, but that's not why I do makeup. I do makeup because adding makeup to me is fun. And I can totally see that sometimes like jelly textures or playing with different things can add an experience to doing your makeup. But like a roller, a paint roller, I don't... This is like the pizza cutter eyeliner thing. It's like, yeah, it's new, it's innovative, but is it practical? Is it needed? Is it I feel like this is just gonna add frustration. But maybe, I'll be honest, maybe this is perfect on your like adding like highlighter balms on legs when you have like skirts, or to your collarbones, or to your shoulders. Maybe this is a perfect formula for that. Although when she says balm, it makes me a bit cautious, because you don't want something that's smeary. But yeah, I don't know. Did anyone try this in store? Is this released yet? Available now. Yeah, did anyone try this? Did anyone see anyone reviewing this? I would love to see how this one works in real life, because I'm a bit like, don't know about this one, because I feel like this is very gimmicky, and I don't... Either it's like, look, either it's like they're onto something, this is revolutionary, everybody's gonna love it, or it's like the pizza cutter eyeliner thing where you're like, yeah, it's new, but it's definitely not better or easier or in any way, shape or form an improvement of liquid eyeliner from before. And I feel like this could be in that category. But yeah, that was everything for this week. Let me... Did you think that I like caught everything? Because I feel like I missed some things. I'm gonna try and wrap things up even more next week. No break. I'm back next week for a new episode, so I will catch up on some things that I missed this week. If there's anything that you feel like I definitely missed for this week, let me know down in the comments. Maybe I actually missed them because, like I said, I've been off traveling, so I might have actually missed some news. That is not impossible. But yeah, I think that was everything. Coffee is most definitely cold, but yeah, I think that was everything. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here on my channel. Thank you for all the support and all the happy and positive comments you are leaving here on my page. It makes me so happy to read, and I will see you tomorrow for a new video. If all goes well, cross your fingers, it's going to be the swatching Colourpop singles video that's coming up tomorrow. I know a lot of people were interested in seeing that, and I'm actually going to sit down and swatch those after this. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for a new video, and I hope you're having a great Sunday. Bye!